started. Get my voice ready, cause I gotta do voices. Okay, so where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Well, the Drew Measham who was killed wasn't Drew Measham, the forger, basically. Huh? Well, then who was he? Well, he was actually doing her nails. So, you really made those forgeries? It's quite quiet on my TV.
Yes, but Father, I know it was wrong. Could you tell me?
Oh, I was like, could you tell me how to do it?
Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, Father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent.
The talent? For making forgeries?
How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything.
Anything?
Father was so proud, and I so happy. But in the end, I was making those.
Forgeries?
I've never had a good constitution nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, Father is...
Do you know about this red envelope?
I remember that envelope. It was some time ago.
So, you were already creating your works back then?
I started when I was only 12 years old.
Hello, Scarface. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. How are you doing? So the one who figured out the stamp was poisoned, that was... Miss Justice's time to the courtroom, please. Right. Out of time.
Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work.
Right, see, we checked them out and we saw that... what was underneath?
We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings. I see. Mr. Justice.
Yes.
Father, he knew of you. Of both of you.
Your late father? Not her alive father. I was like, how many do you have?
He was watching, gathering information. All about the Right and Co law offices.
But lately we're not doing just law.
Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse and play piano.
Well, they're not really gags.
Yet, when Father heard you had resumed the legal business, how pleased he was.
Who was Mr. Measham? How am I supposed to know? I could have read that better. What if he was Daddy's daddy? Judging from the relative ages involved, I'd say it's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. Tell me about it! We know that victim's daughter Vera was the forger. Oh, someone wants to send me a message on Instagram. Okay, never mind. That was bizarre. I hate it when I get those messages like, someone wants to send you a message. I'm like, clearly they're just trying to bother me. We know the victim's daughter Vera was the forger. What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernail clean off. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How did you set up this Drew Measham forger persona? There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. What's hard? Very well, miss. Apollo? Why are you being so defensive about what is hard? That's quite sus, the way you reacted to that comment. Anyway. Very well, miss, if you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries? Perhaps you'd rather answer my question. Were you the one who painted that painting, the remarkably similar one?
Yes. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it.
So, she was the one who made the forgeries. Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of their operation. So the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. To the world at large, he was a forger, not her.
I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I?
Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, Ja?
Yes. It was in the desk drawer.
Very well. You may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope. So demanding. Judge, calm your tits.
I created things and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. And Father had the deal, all of it. I received a stamp that was in the envelope. It was after that job that we moved to current studio.
There certainly was much of great interest in your testimony. Not that the witness realizes it. Very well then, please begin the cross-examination. Right, okay! I need more information about this forger. This Drew Measham. Is he telling us to press the witness? I've got no problem doing that, Apollo. I created things and Father sold them. Press! Hold it! So, these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to other paintings, right?
The closer though you were, the happier Father was. I was happy too.
Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work?
My first painting sold when I was 12.
Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal. Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for the crime of forgery. True. Please tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well have killed your father.
Alright. This envelope came after my first work.
Oh shit, I've already read this line. By other painting... Oh, by other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up to that point?
Yes. The Father had a realization that he'd noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings.
For instance...
For instance, a letter someone had written, or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter.
None of this makes her sound very innocent at all. And $100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Measham. A new industry? The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words. Uh-oh.
Father handled the deal, all of it.
Yes. So you didn't know how the things you were making were being used?
I enjoy painting very much.
I think I understand. The Fraulein has lived in an unusual little world. Can you tell us about what happened to the papers that were in this envelope?
Father signed them and sent them back, I believe.
Did he follow the instructions? Send the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp. This is rather important matter. Give us your answer some thought. Give your answer some thought. Yeah, I want to press this bit. I received a stamp that was in the envelope. What do you mean you received it?
Did I do something wrong?
You didn't use the stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison on the back. Astronine. A mole in her forehead. You can't force an answer upon a witness. Now then, perhaps, you would tell me, Fraulein Vera, why did you receive the stamp? Is something wrong?
It was beautiful.
Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps?
Yes, I think it was.
So, you didn't know about the poison? I guess not. So you have failed by chance, by mistake, thanks to this commemorative stamp. Quite a close call. It was after that job we moved to the Press her again. You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is?
Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books.
This single job had tied them to the criminal underworld. My voice cracked. I think Mr. Measham wished to reduce their visibility in the world at large.
When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work.
So that was the real essence of the artist Drew Measham. You did the work and he supplied the face. So, you really don't know anything, do you? You're stupid. You have no idea how much danger you were in.
Sad face.
Apparently not. About this commemorative stamp, could you tell us about it?
It was very pretty, and more than that,
Yes.
it was a picture of people I liked at the time.
This is something new. Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fraulein.
Happy face.
I love her.
The stamp was a picture of my favourite magician, so I kept it.
I don't know. Magicians?
I love mysterious things, I always have. Even though she fainted when she first saw Mr. Hat.
You're confusing mysterious with freaky.
Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show, I loved it so much.
See? Isn't magic great? Fine, great, yeah, sure. No need to get all excited.
But the magic troupe we saw disbanded soon after. I was quite sad.
Did she just say what I think she just said? Magic troupe? Now, where have I heard that before? The red envelope came after she completed her first job. That makes it a letter from her client, whoever wanted the forgery made. Apollo! We're close. We just have to piece together the parts. A deadly weapon in a red envelope, and the path it took to take Drew Measham's life. Okay, I guess we're starting again. So, I guess I was supposed to present something there about the magicians, because I feel like we know who certain magicians are, because there's no other magicians in the entire world. Did we just present the ticket? Objection! Okay. Objection! Those magicians you liked, was it this bunch?
Happy Face. Apollo, they're not a bunch.
I see. I have to wonder. Why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter? Good question.
Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat true grammarly.
But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. Ironic, don't you think? Prosecutor Gavin? Prosecutor Gavin?
Grammarly.
What's with Gavin?
Might I ask just one question of this witness? Question mark?
I'm sorry, I can't take myself seriously. Why is that so funny to me? That's something that I said, I'm laughing at it like somebody else said it. Oh my lord.
In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than a painting. Please tell me, what exactly did you make? Can I ask why? No! Answer the question! Now!
What the fuck? Prosecutor Gavin, you're usually not the one whose volume concerns me.
Yes, it is unbecoming of me, I apologize. But I must know, please, Miss Measham, tell me. It was a book. A single page in a book. A book? Please be more specific. It was a handwritten book, like a diary. No! I don't know!
Oh my god. Apollo's like, what is going on? She's like, oh my god! And he's like, what on earth is happening in my courtroom? And Trucy's like, what is happening?
What's with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks just like he saw a ghost.
Miss Measham, this book. Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover? Yes or no?
How did you know?
Objection! Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her. He's told you nothing, has he? Your soiled, sullied mentor, nothing? Sullied who? Phoenix Wright. Who else?
Daddy?
He never told you about the trial 7 years ago? About how he came to lose his attorney's badge? It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know. A certain diary. On the back, it bore the mark of a silk hat. What? Phoenix Wright, tossed out of the profession by false evidence. And the forger who made that evidence? Is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in the trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Mission you to forge the evidence? For all of our sakes, who was it? Dearie me. I love this case, it's so good.
We only met once.
You met the client? Well, who was it?
It was... What's going on, Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again.
Yes, what? Is there something about me? Is it my sexiness?
I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book, the diary.
Who was it? Vera!
For...
Defendant Vera Mission, condition unconscious. Examiner's diagnosis, acute atropine poisoning. This ends the recording of the trial of the murder of Drew Mission. Vera Mission was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. She's currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case, at first glance, until it finally began to show its true colours. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. In some ways, that was the starting point of it all. And that is where we must go to find the whole truth.